Most people think revolutions are fought by grown men, but in Haiti, teenagers picked up weapons and changed the world. This is the story of a 15-year-old who became one of the sharpest voices against colonial power. His name was Barron de Vaste. Not just a writer, not just a thinker, but a young soldier in the greatest revolution in history. Born in the north of Saint-Domingue, the very ground where revolution would ignite.
In 1796, as a teenager, Vaste encountered the man who was reshaping the colony.
Toussaint Louverture. And by his own words, at just 15 years old, I entered the service of my country under the command of General Toussaint. He wasn't alone.
This wasn't a distant war. This was survival. Men fought, women fought, and yes, teenagers fought.
The Haitian Revolution was not just an army. It was an entire people in motion.
Vaste's journey didn't stop with Toussaint. He went on to serve under Jean-Jacques Dessalines, the man
who declared independence. And later, under King Henri Christophe, 3 leaders. 1 revolution. 1 lifetime of loyalty.
But Vaste didn't just fight with weapons. He fought with words, in letters and books, including his message to Thomas Clarkson.
He documented what he lived through. He made sure the world could not pretend it didn't happen.
Barron de Vaste represents something deeper than one man. He represents a generation, young,
determined, and thrown into history before adulthood. A teenager who became a voice. A voice that refused to let Haiti be erased.
And this is only the beginning. Next, the men Vaste followed into battle.
At the dawn of a new century, the world stood at a turning point.
Across Europe, empires reshaped alliances and imagined a new global order.
Among them, Alexander I of Russia stood as a symbol of reform and ambition. And the United Kingdom extended its influence across seas and negotiations. For the first time, a question reached the highest levels of power. Could a long-standing system of human exploitation come to an end?
Some nations moved toward change. Others hesitated.
Far from Europe, a nation had already answered that question. Haiti stood independent. Led by Henri Christophe, its voice demanded recognition. And from within this kingdom, a writer took up his pen. Barron de Vaste.
He did not write for praise, but to reveal what had been hidden.
He turned to history to understand the present.
Long before new powers arrived, the island was home to thriving communities.
Over time, their presence faded, leaving only traces behind. From these fragments, a truth begins to emerge. This is where the story begins.
Before the arrival of foreign powers, the island of Haiti was a world of its own. It was divided into 5 independent kingdoms, each governed by its own leaders.
Magua, the Great Plain, stretched wide and fertile, rich with flowing rivers. In its rivers, fine gold could be found, shimmering beneath the surface.
To the north lay Marienne, vast and abundant, stretching along the coast.
Maguana, the most powerful kingdom, was led by a figure of strength and resolve, Kaonabo. His influence extended across vast lands, including the great river systems of the island. In Jaragua, known for its refinement and culture, a remarkable leader emerged, Anacaona.
To the east, Higwe completed the balance of the island's 5 great regions.
Initial meetings were marked by curiosity and exchange. The balance of the island began to shift as new systems were imposed.
What followed would transform the island forever and mark the beginning of a new and difficult chapter in history. A new system emerged, driven by labor, extraction, and expansion. The original balance of the island began to fade.
As demands grew, so did the need for labor.
Across the ocean, new routes were established, linking continents in ways never seen before.
From the west of Africa, people were taken and transported across vast distances.
Conflicts were intensified, and individuals were displaced through complex networks of exchange and coercion.
What followed became a system, one that would reshape entire societies.
These journeys were long, uncertain, and marked by hardship. A rigid system took hold, organizing life around production and discipline. To sustain it, ideas were created to justify and defend its existence. What was built in this era would shape the future of nations, and the fight to define that future was only beginning.
Across the Atlantic, a new and difficult journey had begun. For many, it meant leaving behind everything they had ever known.
Families were separated, communities divided.
They were placed aboard ships designed for long ocean crossings. The conditions were harsh, and the journey uncertain. The land of their birth disappeared beyond the horizon.
Grief settled in, carried quietly across the sea.
The journey stretched on, with no certainty of what lay ahead. Many did not survive the crossing. Those who endured approached unfamiliar shores. A new reality awaited them. Over time, millions would be drawn into this system.
Centuries later, voices would rise to describe its impact. Among them, Barron de Vaste. What happened during these crossings would shape generations and leave a legacy the world is still learning to understand.
Beyond the narratives told elsewhere, there existed a different reality. Across West Africa, communities were built on structure, cooperation, and shared values.
Respect for parents was among the highest virtues.
Great honor was given to mothers, the source of life and guidance.
Expressions of respect were woven into everyday speech and behavior.
Trades and craftsmanship were passed down through generations.
One account tells of a blacksmith returning home after time away. His mother, advanced in age, was brought forward to receive him. In that moment, joy was expressed, not through words, but through presence.
Accounts like these reveal a society shaped by care, connection, and humanity.
Such realities stood in contrast to the descriptions often repeated elsewhere. To understand history fully, one must listen to the lives themselves. As narratives spread across continents, they often overlooked another reality. Leadership in Africa was frequently described in simplified terms, yet first-hand accounts offered a more detailed picture. Travelers, such as Mungo Park, recorded what they observed. He described meeting a ruler, advanced in age, respected by his people, and known for balanced leadership.
With trust and moderation, we shall maintain order and governance.
Welcome, traveler. Please, you have my full support. Thank you, sir. Your hospitality is greatly appreciated.
Guides were offered, provisions prepared, and safe passage ensured.
In this place, I found an order unlike any other. Silence, yes, but of a respectful nature.
The ruler sat simply, distinguished not by excess, but by presence.
Men, women, and children were arranged with purpose, reflecting a structured society.
Travelers were advised, assisted, and, at times, accompanied along their journey. Their paths were intertwined, yet their understanding of governance stood in stark contrast. We seek order in the face of disruption.
These observations stood alongside a wider contradiction in global relations. To understand history fully, one must hold these realities side by side.
Beyond systems and structures, there were moments that revealed something deeper.
But it was often in everyday life that the strongest impressions were made.
Welcome home, my son. We are so glad you returned safely. It is good to be home.
Individuals such as Demba and Kafa were remembered for their generosity and guidance.
In one account, a mother walked beside her injured son, speaking gently of his character.
Those around them shared in her concern, offering comfort and presence. Time and again, travelers described being received with kindness and care.
In moments of hardship, compassion was offered without hesitation.
These experiences invite reflection on how societies are understood and how they are described.
Over time, certain theories attempted to define human difference in rigid ways. Debates emerged, offering conflicting explanations, many shaped more by assumption than observation. Yet lived experience continued to speak clearly. And in those experiences, a different truth remained visible. As these theories multiplied, they revealed less about truth and more about the need to justify injustice. Some claimed human difference through physical traits, others through imagined conditions, others through distorted readings of sacred texts.
Ancient scripture itself was invoked, misapplied to support conclusions it never intended.
Stories of lineage and consequence were reinterpreted, detached from their original meaning. The story of Cain and Abel speaks not of outward appearance, but of the condition of the heart.
Man looketh on the outward appearance, but Yahweh looketh on the heart.
Yet these meanings were set aside, replaced by interpretations shaped by ambition and gain.
Even outside Scripture, explanations conflicted, each attempting to define what could not be defined.
In seeking certainty, they revealed uncertainty.
There is no wisdom, nor understanding, nor counsel against Yahweh.
To argue against what has been created is to place human reasoning above divine design.
In doing so, such arguments do not elevate, but diminish.
The contradiction becomes clear. Truth was never absent, only obscured.
And in the end, those who sought to redefine humanity revealed more about themselves than about those they judged. What follows is not easily understood from a distance. To those unfamiliar with the system, its reality may seem unimaginable.
But to understand it, one must look closer.
The colonial regime was not an accident. It was a system, structured, organized, and sustained over time.
Its history lives not only in records, but in the memory of those who endured it.
To tell this story is not to persuade, but to reveal. Those who survived the journey across the ocean entered a new phase of hardship.
They were prepared for labor, handled, examined, and organized for sale.
Human beings were treated as units of value within a system of exchange.
They were selected and distributed according to demand.
From that moment, their lives were defined by labor and control.
Many lived in a constant state of exhaustion, separation, and longing for what had been lost.
For some, the weight of this existence became too great to endure. Yet the system persisted, sustained by demand and reinforced by structure.
To understand this system is to confront the reality behind it, and to recognize the scale of what was built.
For centuries, accounts of the colonies were written, but not fully revealed.
Writers described land, crops, and commerce, but left other realities unspoken. A veil was drawn, softening what was too difficult to confront. But the truth demanded to be written.
Few spoke openly, and even fewer spoke fully.
The voices of those who endured the system rarely reached beyond its borders.
Meanwhile, those within the system shaped the narrative.
As observed by Abbé Grégoire, those closest to power often understood best how to justify it.
But a moment arrives when silence can no longer be maintained.
The system crumbles. The silence breaks. They will hear my voice. This is the truth.
This voice does not seek elegance, only truth.
The account is drawn from memory, from witness, and from lived experience.
It is supported by those who endured and those who survived.
Names are recorded. Actions are remembered.
This is not a story. It is a record.
This record speaks plainly. It names individuals and the positions they held.
These are not anonymous figures. They were settlers, officials, and magistrates within the colonial system.
Poncet, French settler, owner of a sugar plantation. His residence functioned as a place of confinement,
where strict control defined daily life.
Those within lived under constant restriction, with little relief from imposed discipline.
Within this system, the law offered limited restraint, especially for large planters.
Corbert, French settler, resident of the same parish. He incorporated extreme practices into the operation of his plantation.
Vausange, French settler, resident of La Mignonne. He enforced conditions that bound individuals together, removing autonomy and dignity.
Direct settler, known for imposing severe consequences for minor infractions. Deville, settler, associated with repeated acts of harsh punishment within his domain.
Voyer, settler. His actions reflected the extreme absence of restraint within the system.
Lombard, magistrate of the Superior Council of the Cap. His conduct demonstrated how authority could be exercised without accountability.
Vassier, settler. For him, acts of punishment became routine.
Levette, attorney of the Superior Council of the Cap. Boucret, magistrate of the same council. Their roles connected
legal authority with the daily realities of the system.
These names and the positions they held form part of the historical record. They reflect not isolated acts, but a system in operation.
These accounts come from a real place, the plains of the Artibonite.
A region of labor, production, and control.
Jean-Baptiste Juget, plantation honneur, Artibonite.
He shared detailed accounts of what took place in the region.
These accounts were not abstract. They reflected daily life.
Descoutil, naturalist and writer. His works circulated widely.
But what was written did not always match what was lived.
Dumatelier, author and observer. He recorded what others would not.
Dedune, colonial landholder, Artibonite.
He is described as living in constant unease.
Disturbed not by what was coming, but by what had already been done.
He sought protection, guards, presence, control.
These accounts reveal not isolated moments, but a system in operation.
Witnessed, recorded, remembered.
To fully describe this system would require volumes.
No single account can contain the full weight of what occurred.
Yet even a partial account reveals a consistent pattern.
Participation in this system was not limited to men. Women within it also exercised authority and control.
In many cases, the actions carried out reflected the same severity, regardless of who enforced them.
Despite these actions, there was no meaningful accountability.
History offers no clear example of those responsible being brought to justice.
The system sustained itself without consequence.
It was not the action of a few individuals, but of tens of thousands operating within the same structure.
History remembers figures of power and excess. Yet rarely has such behavior appeared so widespread within a single system.
Many who entered this system came seeking opportunity, but became shaped by the structure they upheld.
Over time, the system did not restrain behavior. It amplified it.
What emerged was not disorder, but a system that normalized what should never have been normalized.
And history would eventually bear witness.
And history did bear witness. Time passed, but the effects remained.
For generations, vast quantities of goods were produced and exported.
These goods traveled across the ocean.
Entering the markets of Europe.
There, they became part of growing wealth and expansion.
In France, this period marked significant growth.
Cities expanded, and architecture flourished.
Monuments, institutions, and public spaces took shape.
While elsewhere the system continued. Two realities unfolding at the same time.
Connected through trade, labor, and structure. What was produced in one place shaped another.
And so history does not disappear. It transforms.
As the sun sets on another day, the history revealed shows us the resilience of a people bound by the systems of the past.
In some places today, systems exist without strong protection.
Communities continue to function, often without consistent support.
Where institutions are weak, people rely on what surrounds them.
Elsewhere, systems are structured and reinforced.
Two environments, shaped by different structures.
No, it is impossible to continue. I will write the truth, even if my hand shakes.
What strength would it take? to write all of this.
What has been said is only a fragment.
And yet, this is enough to understand the character of those who ruled.
In the capital, certain practices were carried out openly.
A man known as Latdai made a profession out of punishment.
The system requires a price, a cost exacted from those who fail to comply.
This was no secret, it was widely known.
Faced with harsh consequences, some chose to flee.
The forest became a place of refuge. But refuge did not guarantee safety. Pursuit became organized and routine.
The outcome was measured by numbers.
Rewards were offered for results. This is your incentive.
Over time, human life was reduced to a category.
Listed alongside animals without distinction.
This structure reinforced itself through repetition. A life was taken.
The man responsible was known. Please, he needs help.
He got what he deserved.
He was formally punished.
Only a paper. But the punishment was never enforced.
In another case, regardez où vous allez, espèce de saleté!
A minor act led to severe consequences.
Punishment was carried out publicly.
Justice is not equal. It's selective.
Nothing changed in this modern day. Everyone could see it.
Freedom or death. The first year of our independence. Before retracing the horrors, I must warn you.
There is not a single crime in this account that is not true. I recall their presence, short in time, but heavy with terror. My pen trembles at what it must reveal.
They came with titles: captain, general, prefect. But behind those names lived something else.
Leclerc, you will sail to Saint-Domingue. Regain control of the colony and restore order. Do not fail.
In less than 2 years, the agents of a Corsican revived horrors the world already feared.
cruelties, massacres, punishments, so terrible that even memory recoils from them.
Who will believe what I am about to write? What soul could imagine such crimes?
A nation that spoke of freedom ordered massacre. A nation preaching equality prepared extermination.
Move them out! Keep walking!
No, please! Let us go!
My friend!
Ireland became the target of tyrants, of greed, of Europe itself.
And still, the world would struggle to believe the truth.
How can a nation that claimed to hate tyranny bring these horrors to this land?
These words must survive us. They belong to history. May our descendants know these horrors only by memory.
And may future generations speak the name of the French only as something distant, like a nightmare that has passed.
Only those who saw these crimes will believe them. Only those who suffered will understand.
They called themselves civilized, yet brought horrors beyond imagination.
The memory of these days still haunts this land. Every ruin, every silence still speaks.
These facts must enter history. They must be carried beyond our lifetime. May those who come after us live happier than we did. May they know these horrors only through stories.
May these events become nothing more than a terrible dream, erased by peace.
May future generations know the French only by name.
But before peace, there was betrayal.
For 15 months, the island knew something rare: peace.
Good day, madam. I appreciate you showing me this.
It's our pleasure. A fine weave, isn't it?
Excellent quality, freshly arrived.
Toussaint Louverture had brought stability to a land exhausted by revolution.
A constitution was written. Laws were established. The island prepared to govern itself.
News of peace spread. From the English papers to the shores of Saint-Domingue,
The people celebrated, without knowing the fire lighting their towns would soon become another kind of fire.
Celebrate the night, feel the rhythm of the drums, freedom coming soon.
Around Toussaint, every man calculated according to his own interest.
We must consider the implications.
It's for the good of the colony.
I understand your concerns.
Some warned him France would return. Others dreamed of rewards. But Toussaint kept his true thoughts hidden. Peace had arrived, but destruction was already crossing the sea. Beneath the calm, fear was spreading.
Voici les ordres du général. La flotte arrive à Le Cap très bientôt. Les ordres secrets de Leclerc sont arrivés. Il faut agir vite.
Et Rochambeau, peut-on leur faire confiance?
Sire, a word in your ear. They have no right. With your command, we can prevail. But the cost? Trust no one, Governor.
Some urged resistance. Others prepared for surrender.
Secret orders were sent. Prepare defenses. Watch the coast. Resist the landing.
And if resistance failed, the cities were to be burned.
One man accepted these orders without hesitation.
He was the strength of the army, its discipline, its fury, its survival.
You will fight them to the end, to the last man. You will fight to the end. Yes, to the end.
Toussaint trusted him more than any other.
The island prepared for the return of France.
Vite! Ils sont là! Allumez les feux! Les vaisseaux arrivent!
Dessalines never trusted the French.
Word arrived from Europe. The colony was in danger.
Had Toussaint listened only to his generals, France may never have touched the shore.
But independence would demand a terrible price.
Toussaint prepared, even while uncertainty grew. Then, the fleet appeared. Christophe waited for Toussaint's orders. If the French landed, nothing would remain for them.
Ready the next volley! Fire! They're getting closer! Reload faster! Adjust trajectory! Pull! Harder! Fire! Reload the starboard gun now! Watch out! They are returning fire!
The peace was over. In the first days of 1801, Toussaint Louverture remained in Santo Domingo.
The former Spanish colony had been entrusted to General Paul Louverture, Toussaint's brother. Then, news arrived from the coast.
The island stood on the edge of war.
Toussaint moved quickly. The fires were rekindled. The colony prepared once more for war.
In the west,
another fleet had appeared.
Land the boats! Secure the beach! Form up! Soldiers! Move out!
Before advancing on the city. The French needed Fort Bizoton. At first, only 30 men defended the fort.
reinforcements soon arrived. Under Major Bardet.
Against Toussaint Louverture, they carry old resentments. And who holds the sway with them? Against Toussaint Louverture. We remember what they did. We were brothers. Now look at us. Bardet listens. It doesn't have to be this way. Our sacrifices mean nothing. He forgot the blood we spilled in the south. He trusts no one but his own.
Then the French advanced, shouting, "Long live the Republic! Long live freedom and equality!"
Sir, it's too risky to go yourself. But I must see it with my own eyes. No, consider the cost. You're right, I can't.
Bardet, this is a trap. Do not go. I am aware. An understanding already existed between them.
The French welcomed him. with all the appearance of brotherhood.
Then, the signal was given.
The gate is open! Run! Too late! They are inside! Withdraw! Fall back! En avant! Chargez! Regardez, Yola! Retrait! Retrait!
Civil war had already wounded the colony.
The French knew that division could destroy the colony faster than war.
Had the French landed in the south, many would have welcomed them. As liberators, many still carried a thirst for revenge.
After taking Bizoton, Boudet sent words of peace. The time is now. Deliver the message, yes, General. No mercy for refusal. General Leclerc sends his warmest regards and offers terms of peace. Prepare the cannons. Do not trust him. Open the gates, or the French would enter by force. But one officer refused surrender. En avant! Préparez les canons! Chargez! Feu!
La Martinière answered with cannon fire. General Aja was weak and unreliable.
The fort could not survive. So La Martinière withdrew.
Dessalines arrived, only to find the city already lost. La Martinière knew that gratitude to Toussaint would never outweigh a European's attachment to his own people.
Fire at will, men! Hold the line! We will not surrender this fort! Still! He chose to fight as a man of honor.
After Bizoton fell,
And the 13th defected.
the defense could no longer hold.
La Martinière evacuated the city to preserve what remained. The survivors reached Croix des Bouquets, 3 leagues from Port-au-Prince.
The French have arrived. Urgent reports from the north, General. To horse! Immediately!
He crossed the colony in barely 24 hours.
There. He learned that Port-au-Prince had fallen.
You are not defeated! Form ranks! We march now! We follow you, General.
Dessalines moved through the rear, toward the roads leading to the capital.
Every obstacle was destroyed behind him!
At Léogane, Dessalines' orders were carried out. The city burned.
Men, we march towards Jacmel. Hold your heads high! Yes, General! Keep moving! We've walked far enough. Not without rest. Jacmel awaits. Onward!
In Jacmel, General Nain Jambon favored the French cause.
France does not come to bring freedom. They will destroy the freedom they claim to protect. Petit Gouave surrendered. Without a fight.
Orders came tonight. They demand the arrest of Dessalines. Arrest him? Are you certain? This is madness.
They betray us. They plot against you. Now, I know.
I've been ready.
Tell him! Coward! That cowardice will be paid for.
Dessalines crossed the mountains with barely 150 men.
The time is now! We cannot wait any longer! Unite with me! He's just another troublemaker. We've suffered enough. We need to be careless. He warned the people, but many no longer listened.
Everywhere! Everywhere!
He risked betrayal.
He reached Croix des Bouquets. The flank must hold the east road. We've lost many, General. No rest now, Sergeant. Prepare the men. Yes, General.
And in the north, the situation was no better.
French forces under Rochambeau. Advance toward the Cape.
Christophe chose fire. Rather than surrender. The French entered without resistance and began to plunder the city.
The Cape became a city divided against itself.
And throughout the colony, the words of Bonaparte spread.
To the inhabitants of Saint-Domingue.
Whatever your origin, whatever your color, you are all French.
You are all equal before God and before the Republic.
Yes, equality, peace.
We are one.
France brings peace. France brings reunion. France brings brotherhood.
The government sends Captain General Leclerc.
These forces are sent for your freedom.
Ralliez-vous autour du capitaine général. Il apporte l'abondance et la paix.
Henceforth, all traitors shall face justice. Let the gates of authority close upon them. Whoever separates from the Republic will be destroyed. Signed, Bonaparte.
The proclamation made little impression on the chiefs of the revolution. The insurrection had not ended.
More French troops continued arriving.
Pour la liberté! Chargez! En avant!
Jacques Mohepa attacked the French and defeated them.
But victory did not save him.
In Santo Domingo, Paul Louverture surrendered the colony.
One by one!
More commanders embraced the French. Toussaint and Christophe wandered, trying to rally support.
We wander like this endlessly.
They won't join us, not yet.
But we must continue, Henry.
Only Dessalines still held his forces together.
Keep your wits about you, men. Remember why we stand here. General, another fort has fallen. Sir, we are outnumbered. Surrender is imminent. They are mistaken. We hold.
As the colony weakened, Dessalines still held his army together.
French pressure closes in from every direction, but here in St. Mark, the resistance is taking hold. Discipline will be our survival.
Then, French ships appeared before Saint-Marc.
Gabare, I am entrusting you with the northern front. You must hold the line. Yes, General, I understand.
Dessalines entrusted the defense to Gabare.
If the city could not be defended, it was to be burned.
Gabare had served under Dessalines for years. He had never abandoned him.
Toussaint ordered him to leave the city.
But Dessalines wanted battle. Wanted battle.
The guns of Saint-Marc opened fire.
The cannons thundered relentlessly. A massive barrage tore through the French fleet, striking a decisive blow against the flagship as it began to burn and drift.
To set the example, Dessalines burned his own house first.
And under the light of the burning city, Dessalines marched toward Gonaives.
Rochambeau was marching straight toward Dessalines.
Dessalines chose to meet the French head-on.
But the enemy was not where he expected.
Dessalines retraced his steps toward Petit-Touviers.
Vernet arrived. Het, after burning Gonaives.
The position could still be defended.
Keep pushing! Heave! Drive the stakes harder! Faster! The rain won't wait! Move those cannons! We're running out of time! Pull harder! Move!
Get those beams up the wall now! We need more stakes over here.
Keep digging! We have to finish this fort! Drive those stakes deeper! Heave! Move the cannon! Keep pushing! Lift that cannon! Faster! Move it! Push! Harder! Faster! We need more men on the cannon! Keep digging! No rest! Fortify the wall! It has to hold! Push harder! The fort was entrusted to Mahidi and La Martinière. Dessalines rode out. To strike first!
What Dessalines had foreseen had arrived.
For freedom! En avant! Attaque! Pour la liberté! Chargez! Pour la patrie! En avant! Vive Haïti! Keep advancing! Forward, men! Forward. Attack! Pour Haïti! Allons-y! En avant, soldats! Freedom! The French vanguard was shattered! You will not retreat! Form ranks, now, for France! Drums! Beat the drums! To the guns! Reform the lines! Fire! Forward! Over the stakes! Push them back! Hold the line! Charge! Fire! Fire! Don't yield! Reload the cannons! Push them back! For Haiti! They break! Charge! forward! Retreat! Victory is ours! Fall back! Attack now! Drive them back! For Haiti! Charge! Hold the line! Don't let them recover!
A night counterattack near Ennery. The battle descended into chaos. A desperate struggle, outnumbered. Dessalines was forced backward.
They have too many! Retreat! Fall back! They will not break us! We will not surrender! Fall back! We must hold here! We are outnumbered! To the river! No surrender! Retreat! Now! Keep moving! We can't stop now! They're too many! We have to fall back! Not surrendering! Move! Onward!
Send! One mistake nearly destroyed everything! Dessalines discovered the truth. Too late!
Fire! Stop firing! The French are regrouping! Fall back! Christophe arrived. With almost nothing left, I take 200 of your best, starting with Gabare. Come forward. Dessalines told him, I'll be attacked. My best soldiers are following you to retake the city in ashes.
Believe me, don't retreat to La Marmelade. You won't gain anything by making a useless diversion. Leave, he said to Christophe. Raise up! Set fire to the north! That's all I expect of happiness. As for me, you will know my news. If it is bad, you will never hear from me.
At Crête-à-Pierrot, Dessalines prepared for siege.
The fort was transformed into a fortress of resistance.
Keep digging! We need more depth! Pull harder! Don't stop! Watch those barrels! Move, move, move!
Even artillery was forced through impossible ground.
Pierre Couteau prepared the men for death. Among the French ranks, stood Alexandre Pétion.
Pétion was admired for his courage and mastery of artillery.
General, all 4 French divisions are advancing now. They're approaching from every direction. The French were approaching from every direction.
God keep us safe. May the battle be swift.
Deliver us.
Crête-à-Pierrot stood at the edge of the hills, above the Artibonite.
Drag those guns into position now.
Powder measured, sir.
Good. Ensure every cannon is primed and ready to fire.
Then the French advanced toward the fort.
The enemy had entered cannon range. These doors are lowered for those who are not resolved to die. There is still time for the fearful to leave. The fearful departed. The rest stayed. Dessalines prepared. The final explosion himself.
Fight! Or I will blow up the fort!
Every man return to the walls!
Below the walls, an empire waited.
Before the assault, the French sent a messenger.
The messenger asked to deliver the letter.
Dessalines answered with cannon fire.
Then, the siege began.
More than 20 French officers directed the assault. Bombs, shells, and cannonballs rained upon the fort. The French captured the heights above the fort.
The ditches filled with the dead and the living.
There were no longer intervals between musketry and artillery.
The guns burst, the walls crumbled, and the fort began to fail.
And as the fort began to fall, Dessalines reached for the powder.
Water! We need more water now! Keep firing, men! Look out! It blew up! Take...
The guns became too hot and began to explode.
The walls cracked open under the bombardment. Even the gunners began to lose hope.
The ramparts began to empty.
Dessalines ran toward the powder. He prepared to blow up the fort.
The French believed victory was theirs.
Then, Dessalines saw an opening.
Keep pushing! Ah! Almost there! One more heave! It's moving! Only one gunner remained beside him. Dessalines fired! Into the invaders. Keep pushing! Aim true! Fire! For Haiti!
The defenders returned.
The charge! Fire! Don't let them through! Push them back! To the cannons! For liberty! Charge! Fire! Fire! They retreat! Push back! Fire!
To the walls!
And the battle began again.
Fire at will! Do not let them advance!
Rassemblez-vous! Tenez bon, soldats! Nous reculons pas! Chargez!
With even greater rage.
Dessalines knew the enemy would return.
The French had retreated, but the fort was shattered.
Every hour was used to prepare for another siege.
The new defense was entrusted to La Martinière. Secure the cannon here. Prepare for the assault.
The path is clear this way, General. Good. Let's move. The rain is coming.
Days later, the French returned.
The fort opened fire with the same fury as before.
Allez, move the guns up! Faster! Incoming! Tirez! Poussez ces canons! Ils nous ont tués! Repliez-vous! Retraite!
Under cover of night, the French reclaimed their guns.
The walls began to collapse.
For 6 days, neither side stopped fighting. Hold the line! Independence or death! We will not surrender!
Tenez bon! Liberté ou la mort!
Lucio!
En avant, comrades!
Push them back! To victory for liberty! Hold the line! They are breaking! Liberty or death! Charge! The fort still stood. But thirst had become another enemy.
By the 6th night, the defenders understood. To remain inside the fort was to die.
The French fled! Back toward Petit-Vieux! Retirez-vous! Reculez! Le Français s'est enfui! Retour à Petit-Vieux! Et retraite! Retraite! Sauvez-vous! Arrière! Courez! Dépêchez-vous! Mon bras est cassé!
A single cannon controlled the road below the fort.
Even the town could no longer protect them.
Get inside, quickly! They're hitting the roof! The whole building is coming down. Retreat! Retreat! Get back to the line! Fall back, they have the courtyard! We are trapped! 200 men offered themselves to death!
The maneuver succeeded, at the cost of hundreds of lives.
The battlefield never slept.
At last, the French withdrew.
Dessalines saw that many still remained behind.
60 men left the fort to finish the pursuit. The retreat became a complete rout!
Haitian French generals were wounded or killed.
700 men had resisted 15,000, and the empire bled before the walls of Crête-à-Pierrot.
The fort had survived cannon fire, but not thirst.
The French understood that thirst could finish what artillery could not.
There was only one road left. Through the enemy.
The defenders abandoned the fort without surrendering it.
The guard collapsed before it could organize.
Charge! Kill the enemy! Retreat! Fall back! They broke!
They crossed the water Under the darkness of war,
even Rochambeau was shaken by the escape.
The French captured the fort, but not its defenders.
The survivors returned. Through smoke and darkness.
We made it!
I see you.
Thank the gods.
We're safe now.
Creta-Pierrot had fallen, but the resistance had survived. We rise again, for freedom.
The siege failed.
The siege grows.
The legend grows. Rise up, my brothers!
The Empire had taken the fort. Yet fear remained.
the French believed that Creta-Pierrot would end the rebellion. Instead, it created a legend.
After the violence of the north, the French turned toward the south.
Some generals chose resistance, others chose accommodation.
General, we can offer order, protection, and political favor.
This could secure the island.
I will consider your proposal.
The South had not yet exploded into war.
Keep them contained. No sudden movements. Quiet down, everyone. Move along.
Qui est là? Ce sont les soldats. Calme-toi. Qui va commander maintenant? The South had not yet exploded into war.
Open up, in the name of France.
Leave my husband alone!
Move! Burn the towns. Deny the French safe occupation. Resist at all cost.
We cannot.
Not everyone was willing to pay the price.
Paix, égalité, stabilité. We come to bring you peace.
Many still believed.
The French had come in peace. The old order began to return.
They have surrendered. Impossible! The South has collaborated, sir. Then we prepare for total war.
The South was occupied. Almost without bloodshed.
The peace promised by the French came with chains hidden beneath it.
Saint-Domingue was no longer united.
The French believed that victory was near. But beneath the silence, the island was still burning.
For 8 days, Dessalines lay weak with illness.
Believing the resistance broken, French entered the mountains without fear.
Where is it? We don't know. Tell us where Dessalines buried the gold. Please, we have nothing. Find them. No, wait.
Every peasant was treated as an enemy.
Even women and children were not spared.
Avancez! Donnez-moi ça!
S'il vous plaît, arrêtez! Ça fait mal!
Give me the handkerchief. Keep moving. Follow their lead. There. That way. Halt. Where have they gone? Trapped. Keep your formation. Look above. Fire.
Themselves began to fight the invaders. Mercy disappeared from the countryside.
The army feared that the revolution itself might die with him.
God be with him. Please, Dessalines. Without him, all is lost. We are lost! General Toussaint abandons us. And our father is dying.
Little by little, his strength returned.
When the review began, Only 60 men remained. Rebuild your companies or die! The sickness had weakened his body, but not his will, and the mountains would soon burn again!
Nous devons d'abord sécuriser les points stratégiques. Ils ne s'attendent pas à cela. La loyauté est essentielle.
The occupation disguised itself as reconciliation.
Peace became a performance. Vive la France!
Vive la France! Égalité, ordre, fraternité.
Vive la France! Christophe believed that perhaps the French had changed.
Dessalines trusted neither the smiles nor the promises.
Even in submission, they remained loyal to their general.
Nous sommes de retour! Regardez ce désordre. Ils ont tout pris. Nous récupérerons tout.
La répression est la seule voie. Les exécutions commencent au lever du soleil. Détruire la résistance. Régner par la peur.
Soon. Every village built its gallows.
Ils savent pour la réunion. Il faut partir. Où est-il? Dites-nous où se cache le rebelle.
Bienvenue, Général Rigaud. Soyez le bienvenu. Merci. Je vous salue, mon général. Notre quartier général est prêt pour vous.
The French spoke of peace, but Saint-Domingue could already smell the return of slavery.
We must strike quickly. Rigaud will anticipate that. We need a different approach. Perhaps a diversion in the north. Agreed. We secure our positions first.
The French feared that the revolution still lived inside its generals.
Terror became government.
Ramassez tout! Pas d'armes pour les paysans! Où est-ce qu'ils cachent leurs fusils? Cherchez partout!
Sortez-les de là!
Le désarmement de la campagne a commencé!
Rigaud believed that he still had a future in Saint-Domingue.
La Plume, Rigaud demands the return of his estate. Property became politics. And politics became betrayal.
The accusation was prepared before the crime existed.
Les clercs chose to remove Rigaud.
Welcome aboard, General. Your hospitality is noted. We're honored to receive you.
Only then. Did Rigaud understand?
The revolutionaries who trusted France were disappearing one by one.
Saint-Domingue was no longer occupied. It was being reclaimed.
The peace of the French, now ruled through terror. Let this spectacle serve as a reminder of the consequences of rebellion.
The island remembered what slavery looked like. The rebellion returned.
The villages hide weapons secretly.
Messengers ride through the forest.
Beneath the silence, the rebellion has returned.
They executed dozens, General. And the arrests, they took everyone. Colonial revenge is swift. Every act of repression strengthened his certainty. Every act of repression. The news is grim, General. They execute and arrest. Many disappear. Strengthened his certainty.
We must ensure peace, General. I am here for peace. We shall make it so. Even Toussaint began to sense the danger.
The promises of equality were disappearing. The mountains were waking.
The men who had surrendered returned to war.
The colony no longer obeyed. It only waited.
Under the French, only humiliation and death await us. The time for waiting is over. We are with you.
The war the French believed finished was beginning again.
The French came to restore their empire. Instead, they awakened a nation.
The time has come. The fire rises again. No force can stand against us.
Debout, mes frères! La flamme de la liberté brûle encore! Chargez! Vive la liberté!
The orders for General André Rigaud's departure to France were absolute. All who had arrived with him were to leave Saint-Domingue immediately.
Allez, allez, dépêchez-vous! En avant! Non, nous ne ferons pas cela! Pitié pour nos familles! Entrez! Vous n'avez pas le choix!
The arrests happened so quickly. Many prisoners never even warned their families. They boarded the ships exactly as they arrived, without money, without protection, without mercy.
Keep these safe. Blessings upon you.
Hurry, they are watching.
May God protect you on your journey. Here, take this.
Quickly, for the journey.
Guards! Over here! What's going on?
Run! Hide it!
No, please!
Move, now! Into the boats! Don't take us! Resistance is futile! Help us!
André Rigaud's exile became the signal for massacres to begin.
Keep your eyes on them. They won't try anything here. Nevertheless, stay alert. Oui, mon général.
You will never defeat us on this island, Leclerc. Dessalines, listen to reason. This treaty offers an honorable solution. You think you can divide us? We are united. I have an offer that will test that unity, General. Your offers are lies. This is different. This is about power. Leclerc praised Dessalines constantly. He promised rewards, honors, and the personal favor of Bonaparte himself. But Dessalines already understood the nature of the man before him.
He thanked the Captain General, but revealed nothing.
Yeah.
Behind his silence, he was already preparing for betrayal.
The colony's enemies must be exterminated, Dessalines. You must lead the operation.
I will.
Before leaving the capital, Dessalines visited several French generals.
One warning disturbed him deeply. The 13th Demi-Brigade would soon be sacrificed.
At that very moment, Toussaint Louverture was being surrounded, and Saint-Domingue was moving toward catastrophe.
Soldats français, avancez!
Faites vite, prenez tout!
Nous ne vous laisserons pas faire!
Ramassez tout ce que vous pouvez trouver.
Non, s'il vous plaît, laissez-nous tranquilles!
Ce sont des ordres. Prenez tout!
One day, the soldiers crossed the final line. They entered Toussaint's property and insulted him openly.
The time for protest is now. The French will hear my voice. General, the weather is turning fast. Perhaps we should hasten. The storm gathers. The protests will be heard. Stay vigilant, General. General, what is the meaning of this? I came as requested.
You are under arrest, Toussaint, for treachery against France.
They placed Toussaint under guard and secretly prepared to ship him away from the island he helped free.
Move him! The French have arrested him. They've come to destroy us all. Prepare for battle now!
Dessalines rushed to warn the generals. He rode from post to post, trying to awaken the colony before it was too late.
The French will destroy every black regiment they can isolate. They will not spare us.
We understand. We must act now. The time for division is over. If we do not unite now, we are lost.
But some still hesitated. General Clairvaux obeyed French orders and returned to the capital.
Dépêchez-vous! Montez! Vite, vite! Pas de traîner! Plus vite, esclaves!
That same night, the entire demi-brigade was drowned. The French erased them in silence.
The news has spread. Betrayals! No more! No more! Now we rise! Now we fight!
The French government ordered the disarmament of the countryside. Farmers, former soldiers, and entire villages were stripped of weapons.
But the people of the Moustique region refused submission. The forests protected them. And rebellion began again.
French columns entered the countryside with terror. They massacred defenseless cultivators and burned through entire districts.
Men, women, children, the elderly. To the French army, all were treated as enemies.
Executions became public. Hangings,
shootings,
and drownings spread from town to town.
The violence has pushed me back. I return to Saint-Marc, and you are terrified. But you are not alone. I will protect you.
In Saint-Marc, Dessalines witnessed French brutality with his own eyes.
And from there...
En garde!
Help me!
Help me! No more!
No more!
They will pay!
Dessalines quietly armed the rebels. Old soldiers returned from hiding. Farmers became fighters.
Each man must hold his own. Stay hidden. We understand, General. Forward, for liberty!
French General Brunet marched confidently into the countryside. But the rebellion was already surrounding him.
Fire! For Haiti! Keep firing, they retreat! Charge! Watch the flanks! Fall back!
Charge!
Fire!
Fire! They're attacking from the trees!
Freedom!
Retreat! Attack!
Fire! For Haiti! Keep firing, they retreat! Charge! Watch the flanks! Fall back! Fire! Give them a volley! Retreat to the mountains! Hold the line, grenadiers!
Former soldiers mixed with the rebels. They attacked French detachments from the forests, then vanished into the mountains.
Keep moving! Grab the powder! Don't stop! This way! Faster! They're surrendering! Run! Run! He's escaping! Plus fort là! Rapidité! Nous fait ça! Courez! Courez! Sorti ici là!
By now, the rebellion could no longer be hidden. Saint-Domingue was burning once again.
The French will come through the valley. Place men on the ridges. Understood, General. Ready the fire. Move out.
Fire! Keep firing! They're in the trees. Fall back! Fall back! Give us cover! En garde! Retraitez! Freedom! Move forward! They're everywhere! Run! Fire! They're in the trees!
Attack!
Forwards, men!
To arms!
Help me!
Mort aux Français! Chargez! Retraite! Avancez! Pas de quartier! Pour la liberté! Charge! Garde à vous! Tirez! Avancez! Retraite! Victoire!
For freedom! Death to the oppressors! Fall back! Regroup! They are too many! Avancez! Press on! Victory is ours!
The city is in a panic! We must flee! They are coming from the mountains! Hurry, children! Don't look back!
Help us! Hurry! They're coming! To arms! Form up! Everyone, fall back!
Keep pace! We must reach them before nightfall! At full gallop, General! Faster, men, faster! We must reach her before dark! Don't worry, General. We are almost there.
But when he arrived, he found French guards surrounding his home.
Sire, they are only here to protect your wife. There is nothing to worry about.
Sire, my men are only here for the safety of Madame Dessalines. You lie, Commander. These bayonets tell the true story.
By now, every town carried the same stories: executions, disappearances, drownings, and fear spread across Saint-Domingue.
Allez, fuyez! Chargez! Arrêtez-les! Ne laissez personne s'échapper! Courez! Vite! Dans les bois!
As terror increased, the people turned back toward Dessalines. They no longer believed French promises. Together we rise!
We rise!
The districts stand with us!
We rise!
They will lose control.
The rebellion was no longer isolated. Entire districts were rising together, and the French were beginning to lose control. Dessalines now understood clearly there could be no peace with the French, and Saint-Domingue was preparing for a final struggle.
The French answered rebellion with terror. They marched from town to town, burning, hanging, and drowning.
Public executions became part of daily life. Gallows rose beside marketplaces, and bodies appeared along the roads.
Keep your eyes on the trees.
On the tree!
They are walking into our trap.
For freedom! En avant! Attaque! Retraite! Fire at will!
Fire! Keep firing! Push them back! Retreat! Fall back! Forward! Do not give an inch!
Dessalines answered with ambushes. French detachments disappeared in ravines, mountain passes, and jungle roads.
Keep your voices low. Here are the bundles. Be careful. Quickly, follow me into the woods. Stay together, move silently.
Keep your eyes peeled. I can't see anything in this cursed jungle. Move it! Stay close! Keep your eyes open. They're watching us. Every shadow moves. They're everywhere. Careful now. Hold the line. I hear something in the trees.
Together we must strike at dawn. The French positions are here, and here. We will divide and conquer.
Yes!
We are ready.
In many districts, French authority existed only inside the towns. Outside the walls, the revolution ruled.
Aux armes, citoyens! La liberté vous appelle! Chargez! Pour la liberté! Chargez! Pour la liberté! Chargez! Vive la liberté!
Across Saint-Domingue, Dessalines became more than a general. He became the face of resistance.
The French expedition expected obedience. Instead, they found a people willing to fight endlessly for freedom. By now, Saint-Domingue was consumed by war. Plantations burned, roads collapsed, and blood covered the colony.
There would be no reconciliation now. No compromise. Only survival. Or destruction.
Must crush them. There is no alternative. But these tactics will breed more rebellion. We will rule through fear. It is our only choice. The rebellion is not easily crushed. We must change tactics, instill fear. Through fear, we will rule. Yes. No mercy.
Sortez-les!
Non, je n'ai rien.
Ouvrez cette porte! Où sont les armes?
Laissez-moi tranquille.
Open the door! Get back! They are taking everything! Stay silent! Show us what you are hiding!
Immobilisez-vous! Où est-il? Nous n'avons rien! Nous n'avons rien! Sortez! Laissez-moi partir! Marchez!
Keep alert! We are close to the patrol route. Understood, leader.
He moved through forests, mountains, and hidden plantations.
Keep pushing! They're waiting for this. Almost there. Dépêchez-vous! Attention devant! Nous devons y arriver.
French detachments continued disappearing. Some were ambushed. Others simply vanished inside the mountains.
Keep the column moving. The path disappears up ahead.
We're lost. They're watching us. Ready your weapons. Hold your positions.
Inside the towns, fear returned. The French no longer trusted the people, and the people no longer feared the French.
Keep your eyes on the balconies. Nothing stirs, Capitaine. They're watching us. Faster. Move!
Question. The French will destroy us one by one if we remain divided. We must unite now or face certain defeat.
The French will destroy us. But together, we will break their chains forever. We stand united.
More fighters joined every week.
Former soldiers returned from hiding.
And entire communities prepared for war.
Plus combattants viennent joindre nous chaque semaine. Anciens soldats retournent soutien caché. Et puis toute communauté préparée pour la guerre.
The island is burning. They won't surrender. How did it come to this? Sound the retreat, now!
The plains belong to the French. Mountains belong to the Revolution.
Anyone in there?
No one, sir. Only an old woman and silence.
Let's go. Search the next one.
Be careful. They'll be looking for us.
The colony was moving towards something irreversible. A final confrontation between empire and independence. By now, Saint-Domingue was completely divided. The French held the ports and cities, but the revolution controlled the countryside.
Keep moving! We have to keep moving! Just a little further, hold on! We must keep moving! I can barely stand! Courage, man! Hold fast!
The people no longer believed French promises. They have seen the arrests, the drownings, the executions. And they prepared for total resistance.
You are the strength of Haiti. You will fight for our freedom. Long live free Haiti. You are no longer scattered rebels. You are a fighting force.
We are ready, General.
Show them your strength.
The rebels struck mostly at night. Supply lines vanished, supply outposts disappeared, and French soldiers slept in fear.
Fire! Keep firing! Fall back! Take the outpost! Burn it down! Freedom! They're everywhere! We're lost! Help us!
Attaquez! Pour liberté! Retreat! Fall back! Burn it down! Freedom! Vive la liberté! Advance! No mercy!
The disease is everywhere! We're losing them faster than we can help. Another one for the list!
Keep him warm. Give him the quinine.
He's too weak, Doctor.
We must try. The disease is spreading too quickly.
Old rivalries slowly disappeared. Black and mixed-race officers began uniting again against the French.
Outside the cities, French authority collapsed. Every road became dangerous. Every village became hostile.
Dessalines understood something clearly. This conflict would end only with complete victory or complete destruction.
Across Saint-Domingue, more people rallied behind Dessalines. The revolution was no longer retreating. It was advancing.
What began as a colonial expedition was becoming France's nightmare.
And slowly, through blood, fire, betrayal, and resistance, Haiti moved closer to independence. The rebellion was no longer isolated. From the north to the Artibonite to the southern mountains, the fires of war returned everywhere.
French commanders still occupied the major cities, but beyond the walls, they controlled almost nothing.
Entire communities secretly protected the insurgents. Food, weapons, information. The revolution survived because the people carried it.
Dessalines rarely remained visible for long. One day he appeared in Saint-Marc. The next, he was already in the mountains.
The French answered every uprising with executions. Villages suspected of helping rebels were punished without mercy. But terror no longer stopped the people. It only pushed more fighters into the rebellion. Experienced veterans returned to the struggle. Men who had fought Spain, Britain, and France before, now prepared for one final war. French soldiers dreaded the darkness. Night attacks came without warning, and the mountains seemed alive with enemies.
Not power, not rank, but freedom itself.
General Leclerc had arrived believing the colony could be pacified. Instead, Saint-Domingue was becoming impossible to govern.
The French expected the rebellion to disappear, but every execution, every betrayal, only strengthened it.
And slowly, the greatest empire in Europe began losing its grip on Haiti. By now, nobody trusted the French proclamations anymore. The promises of liberty, equality, and peace had dissolved into executions and chains.
The arrest of Toussaint Louverture changed everything. If Toussaint could be betrayed, anyone could.
But we will not be broken.
The struggle became more ruthless.
Mercy disappeared.
And both sides prepared for a war without compromise.
The mountain passes will serve as our routes. Ensure all supplies are secured along the eastern ridge.
Yes, General. And the escape paths through the south?
Keep marching! Hurry! Now! Ambush! Keep moving. We are almost there. Watch your step, boy. They're watching us. Stay focused.
You harbor rebels.
Where are they hiding?
We know nothing of this. Tell us what you know, or you will regret it. I said, we know nothing.
We've seen too much blood, too much betrayal. They are not fighting for us. He's right. The time has come to choose our own path. Dessalines fights for freedom. We must join him.
War devastated the colony. Fields were abandoned. Trade collapsed. And hunger spread beside violence.
Despite exhaustion, Dessalines refused compromise. He believed independence was now the only possible future. The expedition sent by Bonaparte was collapsing slowly. Disease, resistance, and endless warfare were destroying it.
And across Saint-Domingue, everyone could feel it. The war was entering its final phase.
By now, the entire colony had become a battlefield. No district remained untouched.
The French still controlled the ports. But outside the walls, their authority was fading.
Across the island, Dessalines' reputation grew.
To some, he was terrifying.
To others, he was the only hope left.
The people had already tasted freedom, and they would not willingly return to chains again.
The mountains became sanctuaries. Rebel camps multiplied beyond French reach.
Keep moving! We can't stop here! I can't. Please, just leave me. We'll carry him. Come on, everyone.
Every execution created new rebels. Every betrayal strengthened resistance. And the revolution continued growing.
We stand on the precipice. Division could still destroy everything. We must be united.
We are with you.
Together we stand against division. We must hold this line for all our futures.
Yes, General.
The perimeter has collapsed, Bonaparte. The casualty reports are catastrophic. We're cut off from the supply route. There's nothing left for us here.
The end approaches. Prepare for one final struggle.
Plis bal. Fonger au pi vite. Nou pap jam ran tèt nou. Nap goumen jouk nan fin an.
The end is near.
We are ready. For freedom.
For freedom.
What once seemed impossible, now felt within reach. A free Haiti.
And ahead, beyond the smoke and blood, waited the battles that would change history forever.
Free, free, free. So much for freedom. Let's go. We outside. No chains on me.
They are watching you. Dessalines knows.
We are surrounded.
One morning, French soldiers surrounded the home of Dessalines' family.
They called it protection, but everyone understood. It was surveillance.
Nous sommes ici pour votre protection. Ne vous inquiétez pas. Nous savons pourquoi vous êtes ici. Il n'y a pas besoin de mensonges.
Dessalines had submitted before, but now he saw clearly what the French intended.
They claimed it was protection, but everyone understood.
The French, they guard my home. They have taken your family. No. Ils ne toucheront pas à ma famille. Préparez les troupes. Nous attaquons à l'aube.
Keep your eyes on him. Forward! The time is upon us! He's here. You are surrounded.
Garrison!
Your garrison is a target. I demand answers.
We offer this treaty as a symbol of our enduring friendship. No. Your friendship has proven to be conditional.
That night, he made his decision. No more trust, no more submission. The war would begin again.
Quietly, orders spread. Hidden soldiers are called. Farmers arm. Old revolutionaries emerge.
They remembered the drownings, the hangings, the massacres, and many wanted revenge.
Advance, brothers, to victory! To freedom! Liberté ou la mort! En avant, messieurs! Brothers and sisters, the time has come. We will fight for our freedom tonight. The blood of the tyrants will pay for our chains.
The storm gathers. Their time here ends now.
The hour is upon us. We fight for our freedom today.
Dessalines had not declared war openly. Not yet. But the colony stood on the edge of explosion.
The French are watching. So the next blow must be hidden. The mountain pass is secured. Good. The French will expect us elsewhere. Exactly. We strike at dawn.
The time has come, brother! Ride quickly! Tell them the revolution has begun again! They are waiting! Go!
Farmers left the fields. Former soldiers returned from hiding. And weapons appeared once more.
Dessalines calls Gabare. You are ordered to prepare your troops. And wait. Understood. Consider it done.
Across the hills, armed men gathered quietly. Some carried muskets, others carried only machetes, but all carried anger.
Dessalines prepared a deception. 3,000 cultivators would launch a false attack. The French would believe he was still their ally. Fire! Keep them back! Hold the line! En avant! Pour la liberté! Chargez! Dieu sauve la France!
But the attack became real. Gunfire exploded across the plains. And suddenly, the entire plan nearly failed. Dessalines refused to panic. With only a few dragoons, he rode directly into the battle and pretended to defend the French.
The commander has spoken. We will hold our position.
For now, General, we will see.
Be prepared for anything.
Then, the alarm cannon fired, and thousands of armed cultivators rose around the fort. The trap had closed.
For freedom! Charge! Fire the cannons! To the fort! Push forward! Fire!
The warning is away! Reload! Quickly! Move! Move!
Dessalines has betrayed us! He's turned against us! Mon Dieu! The countryside is rising! We're surrounded!
Thousands of armed cultivators emerged from the hills. They surrounded the fort completely. There would be no easy escape.
The French rushed toward the ramparts. Some tried to flee. Others prepared for a final defense. But fear had already spread.
They abandoned their positions.
They ran toward Saint-Marc.
But the roads were already filled.
With revolutionaries!
The retreat became a disaster.
Columns collapsed!
Men disappeared into smoke. and gunfire. The revolutionary fighters kept advancing. General Freycinet arrived with reinforcements, but the panic was already uncontrollable.
Dessalines has risen. The French are retreating. Now is the time for all of us to rise together.
By sunrise, French control around Crête-à-Pierrot was collapsing. The rebellion was no longer hidden. It was war.
The time is now. Move faster, comrades! Faster! Gonaives awaits! Gabari marched toward Gonaives, young, fearless, and ready for war. Behind him, the revolution advanced.
Fire! Hold the line! Reload! Stand firm, mes braves! For liberty! Gonaives is ours!
As Gabar approached, voices suddenly echoed from the fort. Vive la République! And then, the 4th Demi-Brigade. Hold! We stand ready! Open the gates! Sir, it looks peaceful. Forward! Forward! Halt! Wait! Then Captain Victor shouted, "We are your enemies! Prepare to fire!" And the illusion shattered instantly. Dessalines has arrived! Dessalines is here! We are ready for battle!
Dessalines ordered the attack. The revolutionary troops surged forward, and the French lines began to break.
The French fled toward the sea. Some fired blindly behind them. Others threw themselves toward the boats.
By morning, Gonaives belonged to the revolution. The French had abandoned the town, and Dessalines stood victorious.
There was no more disguise. No more submission. Dessalines had openly raised the banner of revolt.
The French demanded answers. Dessalines answered with rebellion. He declared war openly.
Debout pour la liberté! Saint-Marc! Marche ou crève!
His forces were still small. Many were farmers. Many had never fought before. But Dessalines would harden them in battle.
Fire! Keep advancing, men! Hold the line! Don't retreat! Forward! Push them back!
The fighting lasted for days. Men fell on both sides, and St. Mark became a battlefield of fire.
He rebuilt his army. We will strike here and secure the path. Yes, General.
Patrols spread across the countryside. Every man capable of fighting was called to the revolution. In only days, Dessalines formed 4 new brigades. The revolution was growing stronger.
The rebellion, it's too strong. We are losing control. They are burning the city. What hope do we have left?
The uprising was no longer isolated. Rebellion spread across the colony, and the island moved toward total revolution.
Leclerc feared the spread of rebellion.
Yeah?
So he moved against the colonial troops.
Yeah.
And the colony descended deeper into chaos.
Messieurs, nous devons écraser cette rébellion rapidement. Incendier les bastions et ne montrer aucune pitié. Il faut mater cette révolte. Nos troupes marcheront sur cette position dès le lever du soleil.
The French attacked repeatedly, but resistance kept growing, and their control weakened.
The danger is clear. Then we must face it together. We join forces now.
Together we fight.
The resistance gains new strength.
I will not stand for this betrayal! Unity must hold, gentlemen! Not under your failed command!
In the north, Congo fighters seized entire districts, and new armies emerged from the countryside.
The Congo forces will rise. This land is ours.
Keep moving! West, toward Gonaives! Hurry up! Watch the flanks! Keep pushing forward! Don't look back! We're almost there! Keep moving! Watch the flanks! Hold the line!
Fight until the last breath! For the North! For freedom! Fire! Fire! Load those cannons, men! They're breaking through! Push them back! Hold the North! Forward!
Disease destroyed the French ranks. Generals disappeared, and the expedition began to crumble. But worse was still coming. Rochambeau prepared to take command, and terror would soon return.
The French still held the major cities, but outside the walls, the revolution controlled the land.
He prepared for the final offensive. He knew the decisive battle was near. And every soldier felt it.
Yes, General. Veterans stood beside farmers. Former slaves stood beside generals. One army, one purpose.
Inside the French camps, confidence was disappearing. Even the officers feared defeat.
The revolutionaries remembered the massacres, the drownings, the executions, and they marched forward. Henri Christophe gathered his forces again. The northern fighters prepared for battle, and the final campaign expanded.
Rochambeau tightened his defenses, but desperation spread through his army, and supplies began to fail.
Across the island! One cry united the fighters. Liberty or death! The revolutionary armies moved north. Step by step, they closed in on Vertières. Tomorrow, the fate of Haiti would be decided. November 18, 1803, the final battle began, and Haiti stood at the edge of history.
The French fortified the hills. They prepared for one last stand. But the revolution was unstoppable.
Advance! Vertières is ours! Pour la liberté! Chargez!
Cannons thundered. Muskets blazed. And the battlefield disappeared beneath smoke.
Then Capois-Lamort charged forward, even under heavy fire. He refused to retreat. His horse collapsed beneath him. But Capois rose again and kept advancing. The French lines weakened. Fear spread through the defenders, and the revolutionaries pushed harder.
Vertières was won. The French were defeated, and colonial rule was finished.
Napoleon's dream collapsed in Haiti. The revolution survived, and the world changed forever.
From blood and fire, Haiti was born free.
After Vertières,
the French could no longer hold the colony, and retreat became inevitable.
Rochambeau's campaign had failed. His terror could not stop the revolution, and France had lost Saint-Domingue.
En avant, soldats! Vive la liberté!
For the first time in generations,
Freedom felt real.
and hope spread across the island.
Pour la première fois dans génération,
Liberté sentie réelle.
ak espoir, gaye à travers Zilea.
But victory carried scars. The land was devastated, and countless lives were gone.
Dessalines now stood above every commander. He became the face of independence and the leader of a new nation.
The old colonial order collapsed. Slavery was destroyed, and the impossible had happened.
Haiti shocked the world. A black revolution had defeated Europe's armies, and history would never forget it.
The French ships disappeared beyond the horizon, and colonial Saint-Domingue died with them.
A new nation stood ready to rise.
Fire!
And January 1st was coming.
1804 arrived. And with it, a new destiny. The generals gathered at Gonaives. One final declaration remained.
We have purchased our freedom with blood. Now, we must earn our nation with sacrifice. The future belongs to us.
Haiti declared independence. The colony was dead, and an empire was born.
The old colonial name vanished, and the ancient name returned. Haiti. For the first time in history, a nation born from enslaved people became free. Europe watched in fear. They feared the example Haiti had created. The victory belonged to the living, but also to the dead, to every fighter who never saw freedom.
Haiti was free, but dangers still surrounded the new nation.
The revolution was over, but the story of Haiti was only beginning.
Haiti was free, but the land carried the scars of war. Dessalines now carried the nation, and every decision would shape Haiti's future.
The people feared France would return, and many believed another invasion was coming.
Haiti stayed armed. The revolutionaries became defenders of the nation.
The vote for recognition of the Republic of Haiti? None.
Across the island, the people began rebuilding their lives.
The massacres were not forgotten. Neither were the betrayals.
Dessalines warned the nation. Freedom would survive only if Haiti stayed united.
Haiti had shattered an empire and inspired oppressed people across the world.
The revolution had ended, but its flame would never die. Dessalines became more than a general. He became the father of Haiti.
Others negotiated. Others hesitated. But Dessalines never stopped fighting. He carried the revolution through fire, through betrayal, and through impossible odds.
The armies of Europe came to destroy Haiti, but Haiti destroyed their dream instead.
Freedom came with sacrifice, with blood, and with generations of pain.
No enslaved people had ever done this before. Haiti changed history forever.
The ancestors fought for a future they would never live to see.
Haiti was born in battle and forged in resistance.
The revolution ended, but its story still echoes across time.
Haiti survived. Haiti fought. And Haiti became free forever.
Centuries later, the Haitian Revolution still echoes across the world. An enslaved people defeated Europe's greatest army and changed human history forever.
The spirit of resistance never disappeared. It became part of Haiti itself.
Dessalines, Christophe, Capois la Morte. Their names survived the centuries.
Vertières became more than a battle. It became a symbol of liberation.
The freedom of Haiti was purchased dearly, with suffering and sacrifice.
Empires tried to silence Haiti, but the revolution survived every attempt to erase it.
That flame still burns, in memory, in history, and in the people.
The revolution belongs to every generation now, and the story continues to be told.
This was the story
of the revolution that created Haiti.
Victory! We are finally free!
Mama, we outside, no chains on me, yeah. Freedom, freedom, I want freedom. No more pressure, no more reason to this suffer for no season. I just wanna live my life. Freedom, freedom, I want freedom. Blessings falling, I'm still moving. Anytime I see the morning, I just thank God I'm alive. I don't run, I don't tire. Too much talk, too much fire. People judge me like them higher, but my dream don't feel retire. I was down, I was low, still I never let it show. Now my energy don't grow and my spirit don't they glow.
That man Dessalines, sustained only by courage and genius, is truly great.
The people honor their liberator. Admiration and gratitude ignite the spirit of the people with joyous enthusiasm. Every land, every people has had tyrants. And every people have had liberators.
The United States, they have Washington. Switzerland, they have William Tell. We have Dessalines.
We honor him as the man who, when he was but a simple general, stood before the fire and smoke of an uncertain future and envisioned a nation.
No surrender, no retreat. We fight for our freedom or we die glorious. I saw my brothers fall. Today, we rise. Stand with me. Stand for Haiti. Brothers, the time for despair is over. We fight for our land, for our freedom. Rise! United, we are unstoppable!
Raised them from the very earth, a force he rendered invincible. Led them from victory to victory. He saw his territory free, liberated, and independent.
No matter the numbers, we will fight! We will be free!
I stand here, not as a man, but as the flame of freedom.
The man who left entirely to himself in a desperate situation. January 1st, 1804. Against all odds, the former slaves of Haiti defeated Napoleon's armies, declared the birth of a new nation. Its name was Haiti, the first black empire of the modern world. The young nation stood surrounded by enemies, threatened by invasion, and burdened with the task of building a country from the ashes of war.
In 1805, Haiti was still fighting for survival.
Plantations had been destroyed. Cities had suffered from years of conflict. Yet amid the uncertainty, a new government emerged. At its head stood Jean-Jacques Dessalines. Liberator, General, and now Emperor of Haiti.
To communicate with the nation, the government published official newspapers and proclamations. Among them was the Political and Commercial Gazette of Haiti. Its pages carried speeches, government announcements, and the vision of Haiti's leaders. The newspaper became the voice of a nation defining itself before the world.
Although independence had been won, danger remained. Many feared her invasion. For Haitians, vigilance was not merely a duty, it was a matter of survivor.
Among the leaders shaping the new nation was General Henri Christophe. His words reflected the determination of a people. They had fought too hard to surrender their liberty. The Gazette recorded speeches. Haitians, we must remain united and steadfast. We will defend our independence to the end. Let no one divide our resolve.
Every speech, every proclamation and every article published in Haiti's newspapers carried the memory of could live free. The leaders of Haiti knew that preserving independence would require the same courage that had won it. The war was over, but the fear remained. Many believed that France would one day attempt to reclaim its richest former colony. The revolution had only just begun,
had shattered an empire. The old colonial powers watched closely. For Haiti, independence could never be taken for granted. Emperor Jacques I understood the dangers facing Haiti. He had spent years fighting on battlefields across the colony. He knew the ambitions of European empires. He knew freedom would survive only if the nation remained united and prepared.
While soldiers guarded the frontiers, ordinary Haitians rebuilt their country. Fields were replanted, roads repaired, markets reopened. The work of nation building had begun. Victory in war was only the first step. The greater challenge was creating a stable future. Through newspapers and official publications, Haiti's leaders spoke directly to the people. The political and commercial gazette preserved their words. Its pages documented the concerns, hopes, and ambitions of a nation entering a new era. Every edition became part of Haiti's historical record.
The sacrifices of the revolution must never be forgotten. We owe it to those who bled for our freedom to never yield. Their warnings were clear. Freedom could be preserved only through vigilance. We shall remain vigilant. The speeches recorded in Haiti's newspapers reflected a common belief. The sacrifices of the revolution must never be forgotten. The memory of our sacrifices must never fade. It is the fuel of our freedom.
For Haiti, freedom was more than a political declaration. It represented dignity, security, and the right of a people to govern themselves. The leaders of the new nation believed they were creating something unprecedented in world history, a country born from a successful slave revolution. The future remained uncertain. Enemies waited beyond the horizon. Challenges existed within the nation itself.
Yet the people of Haiti moved forward with determination. Their revolution had changed the world. Now they faced the even greater challenge of preserving what they had won.
As Haiti entered its second year of independence, its leaders faced an enormous responsibility. The revolution had destroyed the old colonial order. Now a new society had to be built. Through official proclamations and public addresses, Emperor Jacques Dessalines sought to guide the nation through this uncertain moment. The leaders of Haiti never forgot the cost of freedom. Every field, every town, every family carried memories of war. The nation's independence had been purchased with sacrifice, courage, and determination. Those memories continued to shape every decision made by the government.
The future of Haiti would not be decided by soldiers alone. It depended upon the efforts of ordinary citizens. The government encouraged discipline,
productivity, and national unity. Every farmer, every laborer, every family had a role to play in securing the future of the empire.
The revolutionary generation viewed independence as a sacred achievement. It represented more than military victory. It represented self-determination.
The right to live free from foreign domination, and the belief that Haiti could chart its own destiny.
The perimeter must be secured here, Lieutenant.
Yes, sir.
We will reinforce the eastern flank immediately.
We cannot afford any vulnerability.
Exactly. The revolution has taught us that.
The plan is clear. We must defend this line. I agree, the coast is vulnerable. We will not let them take it back. We must secure the northern flank. The Spanish are active. Fortifications are strong. But we must be ready to defend what we have won.
The existence of Haiti challenged long-held assumptions throughout the Atlantic world. For the first time, a nation founded by formerly enslaved people stood
independent and sovereign. Many governments observed Haiti with curiosity, others with concern. But Haiti endured.
The words preserved in Haiti's early newspapers offer a rare glimpse into the hopes and fears of the nation's founders. They reveal a people determined to protect their hard-won freedom, a people committed to building a future of their own making. More than 2 centuries later, those voices still speak to us through the pages of history. The revolution ended slavery. The nation survived war. The founders faced impossible odds and built something extraordinary. Their story remains one of the most
remarkable chapters in human history. And it all began with a simple declaration that a free people would govern themselves.
In August of 1805, readers across Haiti opened the latest edition. By order of the government, let it be known to all citizens.
The political and commercial gazette of Haiti confirms our sovereignty. No rumors, only the words of our government. Vive Haiti Libre!
The leaders of Haiti understood that independence required more than military victory. A nation needed laws, administration,
communication, and a shared sense of purpose. The Gazette became one of the tools used to unite the country. The generation that built Haiti never forgot the years of war. Many who read these newspapers had personally fought for liberty. Some had survived slavery. Others had witnessed the destruction of entire plantations and cities. The memories remained fresh.
Again and again, the leaders of Haiti returned to a single theme: freedom must be protected.
The revolution had achieved the impossible.
We must protect our independence!
Its gains could not be surrendered. Not through division, not through complacency, not through forgetfulness.
To the outside world, Haiti represented something entirely new. A nation founded by people who had broken their chains and claimed their own future.
The words preserved in the Gazette reflected that extraordinary reality. They were not merely newspaper articles. They were the first chapters of a new national story.
The struggle for independence had ended. The struggle to preserve it had only begun.
The leaders of Haiti understood that independence could not survive without vigilance. The nation had emerged from years of war.
Its enemies had not forgotten its existence.
Every fortress, every soldier, every watchman standing guard along the coast served as a reminder that freedom required protection.
Across the country, government publications carried messages intended for the people. These announcements informed citizens
National affairs and the responsibilities that came with independence. The success of Haiti depends not only upon its leaders, but upon the participation of its people.
The young nation faced uncertainty, yet its people continued forward, determined
to preserve what had been won through sacrifice. Determined to build a future for all
generations yet to come. In the pages of Haiti's early records, we find the voices of those who believed that liberty was worth every struggle. The struggle for liberty did not end on the battlefield. The future of Haiti would be secured through labor, discipline, and national unity. Across the countryside, citizens returned to their fields. The work of rebuilding a nation had begun.
Families sought stability after years of conflict. The nation faced many challenges, but hope remained alive.
Fresh produce! Give me 4 of those. 1 coin, my friend. Papa, look! It's for the future. The nation will rise.
Life slowly returned to Haiti's towns and cities. Markets reopened. Commerce resumed. A nation reborn.
The responsibilities of government grew with each passing day. Leaders were tasked with protecting independence while guiding a new nation forward. We must secure the northern ports. Indeed, but the borders to the east remain vulnerable. I will dispatch the orders immediately.
Every decision carried enormous consequences. The future of Haiti depended upon the choices made during these early years.
Despite the challenges facing the nation, Haiti's strength rested in its people. The revolution had united individuals from different regions and backgrounds under a common purpose. Their freedom had been won together. Its preservation would require the same unity.
Together we won our freedom. Together we will preserve it.
One nation. One people.
The memory of invasion remained fresh. Military preparedness became an essential duty.
Keep a close eye on the horizon. We must be ready for any threat.
Yes, sir. The cannons are prepped.
Let's review the coastal charts one last time.
Through proclamations, announcements, and public declarations, the government communicated directly with the people.
The news is fresh. Send it out. Distribute to every corner. The people need to know. The latest edition is ready. Get them into the city quickly.
The proclamation is ready. Bring it out to the people. Hurry, they are waiting. More are coming.
The news has come.
What does it mean for us?
We are free, citizens of the new republic.
The news arrived that the decree of emancipation had finally been signed. Freedom was within our grasp.
Together, we hold the message. No longer will our voices be silenced. The seed of freedom has taken root, and it will bloom into independence.
The ideals of independence spread beyond government offices and military camps. They became part of everyday life.
Agriculture remained essential to the survival of the nation. The land that had once enriched colonial powers would now serve the interests of Haiti itself.
Cargo secured. More coming.
Ports are open again.
Trade is strong. Keep these barrels moving.
Secure the sails!
Heading out with the morning tide.
Each sign of economic activity represented another step towards stability and national growth.
The founders of the nation sought to create institutions capable of protecting liberty for years to come. The responsibilities facing Haiti's leadership were immense. Every decision carried consequences for future generations. May we choose wisely for our country.
The lessons of the revolution were passed from one generation to the next. Those who had fought for freedom understood the importance of preserving its memory. Their experiences became part of the nation's identity. The future remained uncertain, yet the people of Haiti continued forward, determined, resilient, and committed to defending the independence they had achieved through extraordinary sacrifice. The founders of Haiti faced challenges unlike any seen before. Against overwhelming odds, they transformed a colony into a nation. Their achievements would leave a lasting mark on history. The newspapers, proclamations, and official records of Haiti preserve the voices of a remarkable generation. Through these documents, their hopes, fears, and aspirations survive. More than 2 centuries later, their words continue to speak. The story of Haiti did not end in 1805. The nation would face triumphs and hardships in the years ahead.
But the principles established during its earliest days would continue to shape its destiny.
The generation that won independence left behind a powerful message. Freedom must be protected. Unity must be preserved. And the sacrifices of the past must never be forgotten. From revolution came independence. From independence came nationhood. And from the determination of its people emerged one of the most extraordinary stories in human history. The voices preserved in Haiti's earliest records remind us of a simple truth. Freedom is never given. It is earned, defended, and remembered. That man Dessalines, sustained only by courage and genius, is truly great.
monde, tout le monde, tout le monde sait. Tout le monde, tout le monde, tout le monde sait. Tout le monde, tout le monde, tout le monde sait. Tout le monde, tout le monde, tout le monde sait. Tout le monde, tout le monde, tout le monde sait. Tout le monde, tout le monde, tout le monde sait. Tout le monde, tout le monde, tout le monde, tout le monde sait. Tout le monde, tout le monde, tout le monde sait. Tout le monde, tout le monde, tout le monde sait.
The war for independence had ended. The armies that defeated Napoleon had returned home. For the first time in history, a nation founded by formerly enslaved Africans stood free.
Haiti began rebuilding. Trade resumed. Agriculture returned. Government institutions slowly took shape across the country.
The time has come. We are ready. Failure is not an option.
Then came the catastrophe. Emperor Jean-Jacques Dessalines, founder of independent Haiti, was assassinated.
The Revolutionary Army split into rival factions. The North rallied behind Henri Christophe. The South aligned with Alexandre Pétion.
Amid the chaos, one man emerged, determined to preserve order and defend the nation.
Haiti entered a bitter civil war. Former brothers in arms now faced one another across the battlefield.
As the crisis deepened, Christophe mobilized his forces, convinced that the nation was falling into the hands of ambitious conspirators.
On January 1st, 1807, the first major confrontation erupted. Former comrades of the revolution now met as enemies. After the battle, Christophe advanced on Port-au-Prince. For a moment, the fate of the city hung in the balance.
Rather than risk widespread destruction, Christophe halted the campaign. The city would not fall that day.
Records of agricultural production are vital.
Indeed, Minister.
Remember, knowledge is power.
The economy slowly recovered. Coffee production expanded, trade increased, and the Northern administration sought to strengthen the nation's resources.
But peace remained elusive. Rebellion continued to spread across the country. Rival leaders competed for power. Whenever danger threatened the North, Christophe returned to the field. Once again, military campaigns became necessary. One campaign led Christophe toward Gonaïves, where rebel forces were driven from the city after intense fighting. The conflict spread into the mountains. Campaign after campaign pushed deeper into difficult terrain as both sides struggled for control. By now, Christophe was becoming more than a general. He was emerging as the dominant political force in northern Haiti. The years of war had transformed the nation. The North was now firmly under Christophe's control. Soon, Haiti was about to witness the rise of a king. By 1811, Haiti was divided. The North belonged to Henri Christophe. The South remained under Alexandre Pétion.
After years of civil war, the North entered a period of stability. Agriculture expanded, commerce returned.
Cap-Haïtien became the center of northern Haiti. From here, Christophe governed a state that increasingly resembled an organized kingdom. As stability returned, Christophe's supporters gathered to discuss the future of the nation. Many believed Haiti needed more than a president. They believed it needed a king.
Supporters argued that a monarchy would create stability, legitimacy, and permanence. A strong crown could protect the achievements of the revolution.
For Christophe, the decision carried enormous weight. The future of northern Haiti would depend on the path chosen.
Then came the announcement. Henri Christophe would become King of Haiti. The northern state would become a kingdom.
The decision sparked reactions throughout the island. What does this mean for us? Some celebrated. Others questioned the wisdom of creating a monarchy. In a nation born from revolution, this changes everything.
Preparations began immediately. New symbols of authority were created. Royal garments were designed. A court worthy of a kingdom was taking shape.
Alongside Christophe stood Marie-Louise, who would soon become Queen of Haiti. Together, they prepared for a ceremony unlike anything the Caribbean had ever seen.
From the countryside to the cities, anticipation spread throughout the kingdom. The coronation was approaching.
The capital transformed itself for the historic occasion. Delegations arrived from every corner of the kingdom.
The kingdom waited. Tomorrow, history would be made.
As the sun rose over northern Haiti, the day had finally arrived. The coronation of Henri Christophe was about to begin.
June 2nd, 1811. The day had arrived. Across the Kingdom of Haiti, thousands gathered to witness a moment unlike any in the history of the Americas.
The capital awakened with excitement. Citizens from every corner of the kingdom came to witness the coronation of their sovereign.
The royal guard prepared for its most important duty. Every detail reflected the dignity of the new kingdom.
Members of Haiti's newly established nobility gathered for the ceremony. A royal court was taking shape before the eyes of the world.
For years, he had been a soldier, a general, and a ruler. Today, Henri Christophe would become King Henry I.
Alongside him stood Marie-Louise, soon to be crowned Queen of Haiti.
The city erupted with celebration as the royal procession moved through the streets of Cap Haitien.
For many, this was more than a ceremony. It was proof that a nation born from slavery had created its own destiny.
Within the cathedral, the moment of coronation approached.
The crown represented more than authority. It symbolized the permanence of a free black nation.
Before nobles, soldiers, clergy, and citizens, Henri Christophe became King Henry I of Haiti.
Moments later, Marie-Louise was crowned Queen of Haiti.
A new dynasty had been established. For the first time, Haiti possessed a royal family of its own. As the ceremony concluded, cannons thundered across the kingdom, announcing the birth of a new era.
The celebrations lasted long into the night. Throughout the kingdom, people marked a day that would be remembered for generations.
The coronation was complete, but the greatest achievements of King Henry I still lay ahead. Soon, he would build monuments that would astonish the world. The coronation was over. The kingdom had been established. But King Henry I believed that
crowns and ceremonies alone could not secure Haiti's future. The threat had not disappeared. France had never accepted Haiti's independence. Many feared that one day a new invasion would come.
To defend the kingdom, Christophe imagined something extraordinary, a fortress so powerful that no foreign army could conquer it.
Construction began on what would become one of the greatest fortresses ever built in the Americas.
Stone by stone, the mountain was transformed. The project demanded enormous effort and unwavering discipline.
While the fortress rose toward the sky, the kingdom itself continued to grow. Roads, administration, and agriculture expanded throughout the north.
But Christophe's vision extended beyond defense. He wanted a royal capital that reflected the dignity and power of Haiti.
In the town of Milot, construction began on a royal residence unlike anything the Caribbean had ever seen.
As the years passed, Sanssouci Palace emerged from the landscape, becoming the symbol of a confident and independent kingdom. For the first time in history, a black kingdom governed itself from a royal court built by its own people.
High above the kingdom, the citadel continued to rise. Every stone represented a promise, that Haiti would never return to slavery. Visitors from abroad were astonished by what they saw. Haiti was building monuments that rivaled those of much older nations.
King Henry I regularly inspected the projects. These monuments were more than buildings. They were the physical expression of his vision for Haiti.
When completed, Sanssouci stood as one of the most magnificent palaces in the New World. From the mountaintops of Haiti, the citadel watched over the kingdom. It stood as a warning to enemies and a symbol of freedom to generations yet to come.
By the middle of the 1810s, the Kingdom of Haiti had entered its strongest period. The wars of survival were over. The kingdom now focused on growth, stability.
At Sanssouci Palace, the machinery of government operated daily. The royal court had become the political heart of the kingdom.
From his court, King Henry I governed a nation determined to prove its place in the world.
Education became a major priority. Schools expanded throughout the kingdom as leaders sought to prepare a new generation for the future.
The kingdom depended upon agriculture. Coffee exports fueled economic growth and helped finance the kingdom's ambitious projects. Trade linked Haiti to the wider Atlantic world. Foreign merchants arrived seeking access to the kingdom's growing economy. A uniquely Haitian nobility emerged. Titles, honors, and ceremonies reinforced the structure of the kingdom. High above the kingdom, the citadel stood ready. It remained the ultimate safeguard of Haiti's independence.
Many foreign visitors were astonished by what they encountered. Haiti's royal court challenged assumptions held throughout the Atlantic world.
The kingdom had reached its height. Economically, militarily, and politically, Henry I appeared stronger than ever.
But beneath the surface, cracks were beginning to appear. The demands of maintaining the kingdom weighed heavily on many of its people.
I have the report.
Sorry. Give it here.
Not everyone agrees with the king. Discontent is growing.
Boys. The king now faced challenges unlike any he had encountered on the battlefield.
The kingdom remained powerful, but change was coming. The greatest test of Henry II's reign was still ahead.
At the height of his power, few could imagine how quickly fortune would change. The golden age of the kingdom was nearing its end.
The Kingdom of Haiti remained powerful, but beneath its strength, new tensions were emerging. The kingdom that once seemed unstoppable was beginning to show signs of strain.
No, something is wrong. Help! Your Majesty? Ah! Get help now! Keep moving, Your Majesty. Easy, Your Highness. We have you. Be strong, sire. The kingdom watches.
News of the king's illness spread rapidly. Across the kingdom, questions began to emerge about the future.
Discontent that had long remained hidden now began to surface. Loyalty within parts of the military started to weaken.
Before long, rebellion spread through portions of the kingdom. The authority that had once united the North was beginning to fracture.
Each day brought new reports. Defections, unrest, resistance. The crisis deepened faster than anyone had expected.
The halls that once symbolized strength now echoed with uncertainty. He had fought for independence, built a kingdom, raised palaces and fortresses. Yet now, everything seemed at risk. The citadel remained unchanged, standing guard above the kingdom, a monument to a vision that had once seemed eternal.
Faced with rebellion, illness, and the collapse of his authority, Henry Christophe made a decision that would change Haitian history forever.
On October 8, 1820, King Henry I died within the walls of Sanssouci Palace. The reign of Haiti's king had come to an end.
The news spread quickly. Across the kingdom, people struggled to comprehend the fall of the man who had dominated northern Haiti for nearly 2 decades.
Without its founder, the monarchy rapidly collapsed. The kingdom that Christophe had built would not survive him. After years of division, Haiti was once again united under a single government. The king was gone. The kingdom had fallen, yet his legacy endured, in stone, in memory, and in the story of a nation that dared to build its own destiny.
More than 2 centuries have passed since the reign of King Henry I, yet the story of his kingdom remains etched into the landscape of Haiti. The citadel still stands, massive, unconquered, one of the greatest fortresses ever built in the Americas.
Work harder, move faster. We gotta keep moving. Come on, let's go. Keep working, faster. Please, sir, we are tired. No rest, cut. My back. Silence, or you'll feel the whip.
He fought through the Haitian Revolution, one of the most extraordinary struggles for freedom the world had ever witnessed.
After independence, Christophe became one of the guardians of a nation determined to remain free at all costs.
Unlike many rulers remembered only for war, Christophe sought to build. He envisioned a kingdom capable of standing alongside any nation in the world.
Yet his legacy remains debated. Admirers point to his achievements, while critics question some of the methods used to achieve them.
To some, Henry Christophe was a visionary nation builder. To others, he was a ruler whose ambitions sometimes exceeded the limits of his people.
But regardless of opinion, certain facts remain undeniable. The monuments exist, the kingdom existed, the accomplishments were real.
Today, Haitians continue to engage with Christophe's legacy. His story remains deeply connected to the nation's identity.
The citadel has become more than a fortress. It stands as a symbol of resistance, independence. Visitors from around the world continue to marvel at the scale of Christophe's vision.
How should history remember Henry Christophe? As a soldier, a king, a builder?
A visionary? Perhaps he was all of these at once.
His kingdom disappeared, his throne vanished, but the legacy of Henry Christophe survived the centuries.
From the ashes of slavery rose a revolution. From the revolution emerged a kingdom, and from that kingdom came a legacy carved into stone. The story of Henry Christophe remains one of the most remarkable chapters in the history of Haiti.